Oh, okay, so you can probably guess the movie I went to see today. Black Panther. Black Panther is kind of an odd character for me. I don't know that much about him, but I'll admit he's got an interesting vibe to it. And I did enjoy the scenes he got in Captain America Civil War, few as they might have been. But he still seems like an interesting character, and I did think that Chadwick Boseman played him very well in Captain America Civil War. But now we have in lead up to Captain America, no, not Captain America, Avengers Infinity War. The next movie on the docket was Black Panther. This one for me was probably the one I had most cause for concern about. Because when I saw for this year, we got quite a few comic book movies coming out from Marvel's MCU, Marvel's Fox division, and also from DC and all the rest of it. But with the Marvel MCU films, the three that are coming up, Black Panther was probably the one that I was kind of most uncertain about. I didn't really know if it would do okay. I didn't know if it would. I mean, with the others, Ant-Man and the Wasp, that's something we've seen before. So yeah, it was good last time, and it seems fair to assume it will be good this time. And with the Avengers Infinity War, that thing's been built up so much. It's good. The payoff we hope is going to be good. So Black Panther is kind of the one I was holding back on a bit, but I finally bought my ticket, sat down, watched it through, and I do think it's a very good film. I mean, the basic plot: T'Challa returns home to Wakanda after the events of Captain America: Civil War, and has to kind of defend his throne from potential invaders, and eventually challenged by one who takes over, and he has to kind of stop him from starting a kind of revolution and civil and war between Wakanda and the rest of the world. And yeah, I think it's got some good parts in it. Once again, Chadwick Boseman is awesome as Black Panther. He's a really interesting character, and I think he did a good job here. Nakia the girlfriend, I'm probably going to mispronounce all of these, so just my apologies in advance. Nakia the girlfriend, I thought, gave us a nice touch. I'm glad to see that they did provide a love interest for Black Panther. I mean, if the Fox deal does go through, then they may eventually set him up with Storm at some point. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see with that one. That's if he survives the Infinity War. So, but it's good to see they did kind of line up a love interest for him, even if she is called his ex through most of the movie. The Dora Milaje, Wakanda's all-female forces, that was interesting. I thought a nice touch. I mean, as I say, I don't know the comic particularly very well, but yeah, I think that was done really well. One thing that I did like was they said fairly early on that the majority of the cast was going to be African American, and they stuck to that. And I think it really does work here. The only two that I saw that are not African American, at least I don't think, were Andy Serkis as Claw, and yeah, which was nice to see him back after Age of Ultron. Although I will admit I kind of expect him to stick around longer, but yeah, spoiler alert, he is killed off about halfway through the film. But that was good. And Everett Ross, played by Martin Freeman. While I wasn't sure about Martin Freeman at first during Civil War, he's grown on me, and he does get a lot of very funny scenes. Yeah, which I think I like him as a character. I mean, I would like it in Infinity War if he kind of meets up with Stephen Strange. They're like, do I know you? No, sir, Everett Ross. I mean, they probably won't do that, but I think it would be fun to see. And even kind of when he wakes up in Wakanda and it's just like, do not touch anything. Okay. Yeah, that's when it's just funny. And he does get a few good parts, especially during the finale. That's cool to see. I kind of liked the Shuri character, his sister, who kind of adopts a kind of Q type vibe, making new gadgets for him. That I did like. Kind of a mixture of Jarvis and all the rest. I had to say Jarvis and Q. And I think she's a nice touch. I think she might be one of my favourite characters. one other character that they brought into the movie, who I was actually glad they made changes to, is M'Baku. Within the movie, he's kind of like another tribal leader who T'Challa defeats, and in the comics, he becomes the villain known as Man Ape, which I'm glad they didn't go down that route and actually make him into Man Ape, kind of a human wearing was essentially a white gorilla suit, which in the movie he's kind of a sympathetic man. Like when T'Challa is eventually defeated, he actually cares for him, seeing as T'Challa spared his life, which I think is rather noble. But yeah, M'Baku is about the funniest character in the film. Like when I was sitting down, everyone was kind of laughing at the jokes that were coming from M'Baku. Like T'Challa saying to him, "I could really use an army." Yeah, you could. But you're not going to go get one from me. Like that was funny. I heard people laughing at that, and I thought it was really good. But for me, the standout performance in this movie, while Chadwick Boseman and all the rest of them were very good, was Michael B. Jordan as Eric Killmonger. Michael B. Jordan appeared a couple of years ago in another comic book movie, the movie that everyone else considers lackluster, the Fantastic. As I've said before, I didn't think that movie was that bad, but looking at seeing Michael Jordan in this movie, he took it up a lot. He made this movie. Like you can understand everything he's going through, but he still is an evil character. He has a tragic backstory, but then what he's trying to do, trying to justify everything, you associate with him, but then he also distances himself from you. And you know what? He made this movie really good, and even in the end, when T'Challa doesn't kill him, then offers a chance to heal him, and he's just like, "No, let me die free." That for me, he just made the movie. I mean, as I said, this was the movie I was most hesitant about from Marvel's 2018 line, kind of with Ant-Man and the Wasp, Avengers Infinity War, and this, I was hesitant about it, but I really do think it is one of those movies that's really good. I mean, Wakanda, as they showed it, it managed to look all three. It managed to look, kind of, they had the older aspects of it. They had something that looks present day with kind of growing technology, but also a sense of the future. And that's what Wakanda seemingly is. That's why I always heard about it. So, yeah, it's probably not my favourite MCU movie. I've probably got a few more that I like a bit more, like The Avengers, the original one. That was very fun. But I definitely think it's one of the kind of most complex and most beautiful MCU movies I've seen. We'll just have to hold out hope for the next one, which is to be Avengers Infinity War, and see if Marvel can keep up this streak. Anyway, until the next one, see ya.